My name is Gertrude Rose Gamwera, and I'm Ugandan. I come from Uganda, but I work at a regional level, that is the East African Community Regional Bloc level, and I work for the East African Local Governments Association. This is a network that brings together the local government associations in the EAC member states, which are now comprised of 7, with DR Congo coming on board. But we work with the networks, we do advocacy, and it's about positioning local governments to be active partners and included in the policy and programming processes of the EAC, that is the community. So what brings me to the African School of Decentralization is exactly that my work is at the heart of the subject, which is good governance in cities, in local governments, everything about decentralization. And it is an area I have worked and served in for 20 years, but of course at national level in Uganda and at regional level. So my attraction to the African School of Decentralization was the fact that I had an opportunity to expand my understanding of the concepts beyond East Africa by joining a caliber of great officials who actually have been great within the whole continent of Africa, but also to come and learn from who I consider the gurus, people who've worked with the subject, the Dula Omar Institute, around the subject on issues that at the core and center of my work, which is how do we make the national governments and local governments work better together to improve coordination so that we can make decentralization work for our people in our countries. And in particular, when I look at the work that we do, it's about people-centeredness, and this is our understanding of decentralization, getting the people on board, getting them to decide their destinies. And so I thought I'd get the answers here, and indeed I've got the answers here, and I've got a little bit more homework to do in terms of further reflections and in-depth application of what I've picked to be able to make it work for our people. So it's been an interesting journey indeed, and quite an interesting cohort of people. I recall when I first arrived in Cape Town for the school, and I sat in this room, and I joined a team, a crew of people with quite great CVs that I'm looking at, but beyond the facilitators. Amongst ourselves, there were doctors, there were PhD holders, and that reawakened the sense of, yes, you're coming here with your practice, but these are people who are going to enrich your knowledge with the research, with the information, and I couldn't wait to have more. And indeed, the last 10 or 11 days have been fantastic, a mixture of theory, practice, learning about Cape Town in itself. The field itself has been great, and getting to put down the conceptualizations to practicality by experiencing and listening in from the people was quite an insightful moment. So for me going forward, I'm quite excited about this whole idea of an African School of Decentralization. Wow, what an idea. And I hope we can grow it further and bring it beyond just being Africa. Can we see it in our regions? Because I'm looking at that last mayor in the village in East Africa who can't come to Cape Town. So we as networks need to find ways of working with institutions like Dula Omar to take this to our people, because they need it. The politicians need it. That's very crucial. The politicians need this evidence researched information to guide the stewardship of the local governments and make decentralization work in our countries. Thank you, Dula Omar.